So next we need to look into the concurrency control mechanism we are mainly used in database management system. So we already studied we are dealing with concurrent users in the database. So we must have some mechanisms to control the operations of these concurrent users, and there may be chance of some problems that can happen in this type of database management system. So in order for avoiding some sort of the problems, we have to use some mechanism to control the simultaneous users or concurrent users. So first we can see why we require the concurrency control mechanism. So we can start with an example. So here you can see two transaction we already saw in our previous video. Show the first one shows a transaction T1 that transfers n reservation from one flight. So here we can assume X is one flight and Y is the second flight. So here we are transferring or removing n reservation from one flight whose number of reserved seat is stored in the database item X, another flight whose number of reserved seat is stored in the database item named Y. Okay, so here we can see in the first item from X, that is a data variable which contain the number of reservation in the flight X. Okay, so we are doing or removing the those reservation n value n from that variable. Next we are writing the same back into the database, and we are adding value n to the variable Y, which shows the number of reserved seat in the airways Y. Okay, so in the transaction T2 shows a simple transaction T2 that just reserve m seats on the first flight X. So we can consider these two transactions, and we can check what if both of these transactions concurrently executed, what all are the possible types of problem that can occur. The first type of problem is lost update problem. This occurs when two transactions that access the same database item have their operations interleaved in a way that make the values of the some database items incorrect. So we know that as you studied in your operating system, the processes are scheduled. Likewise, the transactions are also scheduled. Firstly, it may be chance for running two commands of transaction T1, then it is switched to transaction T2 and execute the first statement read item of X. Then it can switch back to transaction T1 and then it execute the third statement write item of X, then read item of Y. Then it can again switch back to T2. So likewise, the transactions are concurrently scheduled. So the problems arises when these types of concurrent schedule appears or interleaved way of scheduling appears. So here you can see the operating system or the database management system schedule transaction T1 and T2 according this time span. Here you can see the first two statements of transaction T1 executed at time T0, or so you can say the start of time. So read item of X and X equal to X minus 1 executed first before the transaction T2 executed or begins. So then the database management system switch the transaction execution to T2. Here it is read item X, then X equal to X plus 1, both the commands of T2 executed before executing the third command of T1. Then the transaction or DBMS switch back from T2 to T1 and executed write item of X, read item of Y, then again switch back to T2 and executed write item of X, then again switch back to execute T1 Y, Y plus N, write item Y. So what is the problem in this sequence of execution or the sequence of execution? So here you have lost update problem. So look into the case in T1. Suppose the T1 accessed the item X and it updated the value of X, but before the transaction T1 write back the value of X or the updated value of X back into the database management system, T2 reads the value x. So actual updation done by the transaction T1 is lost for T2 because it is not currently in the secondary the memory when T2 tries to read item of x or x. So after T1 updated the value x, it is not returned back because in order for return back T1 has to execute write item of x, but before executing write item of x, DBMS switch the system to T2. So it read the old value which is before T1 updating the content. So it is getting the old value. That's why we are saying it's lost update problem. And suppose the value of x is 50 when T1 reads the value of x. So x is equal to x minus some n equal to 20. So x equal to x minus 20. The value is 30. So 50 minus 20 is 30. The new value is in program variable x. Okay, and before updating T2 reads the value x, but it is reading the old value x, so T2 get the value of x as 50. Then it is updating the value of x as x plus m. So you can add x m is equal to 30. So it add 50 plus 30 and write back the variable into program variable. So the value of x is as 80 for T2 after updating, but it is not returned back. And before it return back, T1 is again resumed and it write the value of item x. So for T1 the updated value is 50 minus 20, it is 30. Okay, so it write the value 30 into the database or secondary memory. So currently it is 30. Then after doing read item y, the system switch back to T2, and T2 currently holding 80 inside x, and it write the item x, that is overwritten the value returned by T1, and now the value of x is written as 80 into the database. So that is a problem. Here actual value should be 50 minus 30, sorry 50 minus 20 plus 30, that is the actual value, but here the T2 missed the update done by T1 and it overturned the update, the write done by T1. So next problem is temporary update problem. So before going to that problem, you have to remember if a particular transaction is failed in between, it will return back into the old state, or what all things the transaction did will be rolled back. Okay, so the temporary update problem or dirty problem, in two ways the question will come for the examination. So the problem occurs when one transaction updates a database item and then the transaction fails for some reason. Suppose here you can see two transactions T1 and T2. The T1 read the item x, update the value of x and return back the value x, and after that the system switch to T2. So T2 read the updated value. It's not like the previous problem, it read the updated value. So it got the updated value that is updated by T1. We can also start to assume x is equal to 50 and n can be 20. So x minus n is equal to 30 and is returned back 30 into the database. And after that T2 read the value. So it got the value of x as 50 minus 20 is 30. So T2 got the value of x as 30. Okay, and it updated the value of m. So m can be 30, then 30 plus 30 is equal to 60, and T2 return the value write item of x, that is 60 is updated into the database system and it's completed the execution. But meanwhile the system completed the execution of T2, but it switched back to T1. So at that time T2 is already completed its execution and left the system. But when T1 resumed its operation, because of some reason it failed its execution after the fourth command, read item y. Maybe the y is not present, so it failed in that execution. So when one of the operations of a transaction failed, it will roll back all the operation it did. So the transaction T1 will roll back the value of x that is changed by T1. So we know that when transaction T1 begins, the value of x was 50, and when it read the item, the x is 50. So when it roll back, it automatically roll back the value of x back to 50. So now what T2 becomes? So T2 completed its operation and went out of the system, believes that he stored the value 60 inside the memory in the hard disk, but in the meanwhile T1 rolled back and updated the entire value back to 50. So that is temporary update problem or dirty read. So next problem is incorrect summary problem. So if one of the transactions is calculating an agreed summary function on a number of database item, while other transactions are updating some of these item, the agreed function may calculate some values before they are updating and the others after they are updating. So suppose you are executing a query which contain the agreed function sum of all marks, and the database contained 10 lakhs records. So the system need few milliseconds to compute the entire sum of those records. So in while it adding all the marks of all the records, one of the other transaction started to update the total mark based on some criteria. So the transaction, suppose transaction T2, here you can see transaction T3. So transaction T3 is adding all the marks in the records, but in that time transaction T1 tried to update the value of x. So there may be a chance that some of the values that is already added by T3 is updated by T1, and some of the values can be updated by T1. So in that case there will be a mismatch for the result of T3 after it displayed, because individual value is updated by T1, but the T3 is T3 found the result based on the previous values. So that is incorrect summary problem.